Well, thank you, everybody. It's good to join you for today's press conference. It is my first as a United States Senator representing the great state of Georgia. And that significance alone is not lost on me. A child who grew up in public housing in coastal Georgia now has the honor of representing, for me, the greatest state in the Union, as only the 11th Black senator in the history of our country. It is an honor and a duty that I take very seriously, particularly in this defining moment in our country. With my right hand in the air and my other hand on the Bible, I took an oath just a few days ago to defend the Constitution of the United States of America. And I intend to do just that. And so this week, as the Senate takes up this impeachment trial, please know that I will sit as an impartial juror. I will listen to the evidence, and then I will render a decision. But even as we focus appropriately on that issue, and amid these historic and serious proceedings, make no mistake that my top priorities are getting the vaccines distributed so we can get this virus under control, so that we can address the health of our citizens and the health of our economy, and securing COVID-19 relief for all of our citizens in Georgia and all across the country. Our state's hardworking families stand to lose jobs. They've already lost jobs. They stand to lose housing, the ability to put food on the table, and so much more if Congress does not act boldly and urgently. And that's why I joined my colleagues in moving legislation forward to get the $1.9 trillion in federal aid out of the door, because we've got to get control over this virus. We have not a moment to waste. It literally is a matter of life and death. And so from the moment I was sworn in, I've been focused on delivering solutions to the people of Georgia in this relief package to address the health and the economic challenges of this pandemic in every corner of our state. Solutions like providing direct payments and expanding federal investments like the child tax credit and the earned income tax credit to get Georgians to $2,000 that they were promised to help them get through these very tough times. Additionally, we're very focused on rental and mortgage assistance to help Georgians keep a roof over their heads. We know that housing provides the stability necessary for so many other things to work. The education of our children, maintaining one's health care, mental health, all of those things are connected to housing. We're focused on putting billions of dollars of federal funds in Medicaid expansion. We've got to do the work to move Georgia closer to ensuring that the roughly 500,000 Georgians who are currently out of coverage can receive coverage. As you know, I've been focused on Medicaid expansion now for years. I came to this very Capitol in 2017, and one of the things that I was focused on then was Medicaid expansion. I got arrested standing up for Medicaid expansion in the Capitol. And now I've introduced legislation, the same act, that will help make sure that Georgians get the federal funds we need to get these people insured. And I'm working to get this funding in the relief package. We've got to make sure that we take care of the Georgians who are in the Medicaid gap. That is work that needs to happen at the state level. But as a United States Senator, it is something that I can certainly help facilitate. And I intend to do that through the same act. Additionally, in the same package, we're pushing for billions of dollars in K through 12 funding to make sure our schools are safe for students, for teachers, and staff. We've got in this package significant investments also in our historically Black colleges and universities, to ensure that all of our institutions are preparing the next generation of underserved students for the future. We're also pushing in this package major investments in the Paycheck Protection Program to make sure small businesses are getting the assistance that they need to keep their doors open. Small businesses, in many ways, are the engine of our economy. They keep our families safe, keep them employed, housed, fed. And so we've got to make sure that we protect our small businesses. And of course, we've got to have billions of dollars in investments to get vaccine distribution in Georgia on track, which we have to do to move beyond this pandemic, as well as dedicated funding to address the spread of COVID-19 in our nursing homes. I'm very engaged in that work also. I've also been fighting for solutions that take into account long-standing challenges some communities, especially in our rural areas, have faced to get ahead. During the course of the campaign, I met with Black farmers and other farmers. I especially remember a meeting with the Carr brothers down in Porter, Georgia. They have farmed for generations and they have been struggling just to get by. They, like so many other farmers of color around Georgia, have been slammed for years. People who have faced historic discrimination that's kept them from getting ahead and who have had an even tougher time making it during the pandemic. These are some of the people who have so frequently been forgotten by our federal government. And that's why I was proud to introduce new legislation just yesterday, the Emergency Relief for Farmers of Color Act, to provide $5 billion in direct payments and investments to these farmers to help them respond to this pandemic and not only survive, but thrive. I'm working hard to get this legislation into the relief package because Black farmers and farmers of color have waited long enough for the help that they're due from the federal government. I'm excited to work on these and other important issues that impact Georgians through my work on various Senate committees. I'm excited about the work on these committees. They give me jurisdiction to affect change in all of the areas that I've listed. I'm on the Agriculture Committee, Commerce, Banking, the Joint Economic Committee, and the Special Committee on Aging. In my committees and in all of my work in the Senate, please know that I will be thinking about Georgia every single day. Georgia is on my mind and the focus of my work. Thank you so very much. I look forward to the important work that we will do in the days ahead.